Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. Introducing from Damansar Uptown, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, weighing in at 265 Wi-Fi plugs. I feel like I'm using 265 a lot. Here's your fellow Uptown Low Live. Cornelius. Low. Ready? What I do? What I do this time? What I do this time? Yes, I stomped on someone's elbow. Yes, I took them out twice. Hey, whatever it takes to win. Whatever it takes to win, okay? How is every low doing? How's every low doing? Just you. Welcome to Cafe Cornelius. Sylvia Falls. Welcome to Cafe Cornelius. How are you doing? How are you doing? To those who aren't aware, my name is Cornelius, professional wrestler turned butler, VTuber at your service. Stream Sato. There we go. I don't know why my bell's being that way. Anyways, folks, before we get into the real wrestler rapport, which is my I suppose my opportunity to have a little rapport with all of you folks about pro wrestling, I just want to give a little gentle reminder to every low that this event, Causeway Jam 25, 6 September on Saturday in Kuala TDI Kuala Lumpur, is out. We're already selling tickets, actually. In fact, tickets can be bought here in myticketempire.com/CWJ25. You may also scan the QR code over here. So you can get all the details in this website right here. As in like here. Yeah, there. Yeah. How are you folks doing? You know what I did? You know why I sort of like did a faux pas just now? I don't know why this is a thing with air conditioning, especially in Malaysian aircons. So I have, for some bloody reason, I don't know. I think I must have like butterfingered. I butterfinger a lot, guys. I butterfinger a lot. I mispressed a button on my aircon controller, so it went from like your normal cooling mode. I somehow pressed like, well, it has the symbol of a sun here. So I was wondering, why does my room feel like a sauna for hours? I was like, this like, and my brain was like, what? Because I was like kind of tired from today. And only when I saw it, then I realized, it's been on the the so-called sauna mode for at least 2 hours. I have now set it back to the normal default mode that everyone knows and loves for the air conditioning. But it's taking a while for it to get back up to speed. Welcome, Kairina Kadaru. Welcome to Cafe Cornelius. Okay, we're gonna have a couple of new folks here, I think. So let me just show you. Well, I did say I'm a pro wrestler, right? But look, just because I have this nifty-looking model, this nifty-looking mask about me, I mean, look, if I don't show this, people legitimately don't think I'm a wrestler. This has happened before. So this is what I do. I hit, get hit, get hit, get hit, 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 hit, get hit. Yep. You believe I'm a wrestler now? So yes. So, but the past few days, I've been on the socials, asking around, hey, any of you guys have any burning pro wrestling questions? This is Rin, by the way. I know that's the problem, Rin. I know a few Rins, so I'm not sure which Rin are you, and I'm kind of scared to out you as a result. So yeah. So if you're, wait, are you that Rin? I'm scared to ask, cause like. You send me your that Rin. Sorry, I was literally thinking of another Rin, actually, legitimately. Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. Yes, I wave with my riding crop. Yes. You send me your gear to fix. Yes, that is true. That is true. Crazy. So to those who aren't aware what she means here, she does not mean like bicycle gear. She does not mean the gear to my 3D printing machine. No. She means my wrestling gear. She means my wrestling gear. Crazy world that we live in that, one of us within the MyPW roster decided, hey, cosplay tailors, they're pretty good, aren't they? They're pretty good. So, yeah. Let's see if anyone's interested in commissioning for who's able to make wrestling gear, and lo and behold, you see what I did there? You see what I did there? Get it? Low and okay. I'll stop now. Stop. Yeah. By the way, how's my volume? By the way, how's my volume? Is it too loud? Too soft? Let me know. I'll just make it a teeny bit lower. Yes. Ooh, yes. Ooh, indeed, Sylvia. Ooh, indeed. Yeah. You'll see in due time. What Rin here means. Maybe it could be something ready for Cosplay Jam 25. We shall see. Anyways, let's actually get to it, shall we? Let me just open this up. Okay. 1 second. Let me just get everything all sorted. It should be all sorted now. Let me just put this properly. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do this, folks. Let's do this. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. All right. Let's change the screens and let me now answer your questions. Oh. Hello. Yep. I'm still shamelessly plugging Cosplay Jam 25, folks. Oh yes, if you wish to get tickets, you may scan this QR code right over here, or click on the link that says myticketempire.com/CWJ25. Okay. Right. Here we go. Oh, before that, folks, just want to give a heads up. I did screen the questions myself because that's what I have. Look, you can't be too reckless these days, okay? All the questions are fine. But there is one question that I will straight up say it is not my place to answer. Not my place to. Everything else I can sort of answer it from my own opinion, of course, from my own perspective. But there is one answer that I will give context as to why I cannot answer this properly. I do apologize for that because it really is not my place to answer or clarify this particular question, and you will see what I mean. It's one particular question. Okay, so yes, folks, if you wish to still submit questions, you may do so. Hell, you may even do so in the comments here. I really don't mind. But let's get to it very soon. Just before that, folks, if you can, please do follow me on my socials, on Twitter, on TikTok, and Instagram in particular, because that Instagram, that's why I post primarily my wrestling stuff. And if you, of course, like and share this stream as well. And if you can, give a subscribe to my YouTube channel here, especially my YouTube channel, because I'm trying to grow this thing. I'm trying to reach YouTube partnership. Speaking of that, why is it? I don't know if you guys noticed. For some reason, and this is so bizarre to me, my most viewed YouTube video now, both in video form and YouTube Shorts form, is my second aura farming video. You know, the one where I go, yeah, like, you know, that one. Yeah, not the first one. First one did pretty decently, but the second one, which was only a few seconds long, doesn't even have that great a thumbnail, I think. And it's at 13K views. 13K. Yeah, algorithm. Just algorithm things. Okay, all right. Okay, enough ranting about that. My God, just algorithm things. Okay. All right. Let's get to it, folks. Let's get to it. So if you wish to submit your questions, folks, remember to please follow my rules over here. That would be much appreciated. All right. Let's get to it. So these are your burning pro wrestling related questions. All right, this one from JG here. This person asked, I think I know who this is. Would you ever wrestle in an MRT like Subway Mania? Short answer, yes. Why the hell not? To those who aren't aware, what is Subway Mania? If I'm not wrong, Subway Mania I think it is a legit pro wrestling event that is held in a New York subway cart. So it's a train cart. And there have been some big names that have entered this. And I believe there have been legitimate matches in it. And essentially, yes, would love to, actually. I'm someone that's actually a great admirer of DDT, actually, Dramatic Dream Team. The variety show of the pro wrestling world. And I'm sure they themselves have lost count as to how many times they've wrestled in a train. So they've wrestled in all kinds of trains, in fact. The bullet train, a regular train, tram. Yeah. Some where it just features 2 wrestlers, some that features many wrestlers. Now, is this even possible for Malaysia, KL even? I don't know. Like, the bureaucracy to be able to do this. And mind you, Tokyo is already a bureaucratic nightmare. And so is New York City, I dare say. So something like this. KT Mania. Oh my God. Imagine doing it in the KTM. Which is, to those who aren't aware, that's like the national train system. And that's like more long-haul transportation. I don't know. That one will take a while. Oh God! Imagine if we do this in like that newly announced high-speed rail, the one that connects from north of Malaysia to KL all the way to Singapore. Oh man, imagine doing it in that. To be fair, one train takes an hour and more. I don't see why not. Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. There's so many logistics to handle with this. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the crazy thing. Without saying too much, I am aware it is somewhat possible. Okay, let me see if I can explain this without doxing myself. I was involved with something theatrical many, and I mean many years ago. And I don't know how the hell we did it, but we were allowed to do what was essentially a short theater performance in a train, like in KTM. Maybe. Yeah, we did. This was in I believe this was during off-peak hours, of course. And it was quite... And it wasn't like there was a lot of people. I believe this was the KTM, if I'm not wrong. So, yeah, it's kind of wild. And this was for like a small-scale thing either. This was not like a big event or anything like that. This was like a student show sort of a thing. And we somehow got the permission letter for it. I don't know how we did it. It was like one of those like I wouldn't say street performances. It was like a flash performance, so to speak. That's what it kind of was. With the delay, you could sit through the whole WrestleMania before reaching your destination. Well, that's the thing. This cannot be something that you just do willy-nilly, because that will ruin the entire reputation of the promotion. Oh, yes. Essentially, yes, I would love to do this. But my God, the logistics of this. Madness. Alrighty. I don't think the staff allows. I don't know, actually. The fact that we actually did it, I'm pretty sure we did that in the KTM. I remember one of the attendants was definitely there and approached us, but we gave him the letter, and there you go. And we still trudged on. Yeah. So that was wild. Yeah. All right, next up. All right. Oh my god. Ogre crap from Uma Musune, Pretty Derby. Oh. Right, okay. So this is the one where so for some reason Ogre Cap got a little bit too enthusiastic and I think I mean, to be fair, I did not specify only one question for each person. I think I should specify that next time. So I'll let it slide for now. But next time, folks, just one question per person, okay? Just to give everyone space, okay? Like, it's already pretty amazing that I've already got 12 responses here, okay? All right. So to be fair for the other responders, I will do like a lightning round for this. To be fair to the others. Okay, let's go. All right, let's start with this one. How old is too old for joining wrestling? You don't. It almost doesn't matter about your age. It matters on your health. So if you are 45 and in relatively good shape, good health, actually decent cardio, you'll actually be pretty okay actually. If you are 60 and you are really 60 years old and out of shape, really skin and bones, probably not. So it's almost more about your health and your athleticism than your age. Okay, so I wouldn't say age is just a number. I'm not going to say that, but it's not the main factor. Okay, what kind of preparation need to be made before joining wrestling? If you can work on your cardio, that will be excellent. If you've already have some martial arts training or gymnastics training, that sort of a thing, even better. But if you can work on your own cardio, maybe you have less rest time during the gym. Maybe you do a lot more cycling and jogging. That would be great, because the first thing that's most important when you starting off wrestling training is your cardio. Bar none. I don't care about your strength, your agility, your flexibility. Cardio first. How to pick a gimmick? Don't think about this when you're starting off. But let's say if you're not starting off. So when you're starting off, don't think about this yet. Just focus on the fundamentals. But essentially, it's got to be something that relates to you, something that you're interested in, something that you actually that you are passionate about. A concept, maybe. A concept, and focus on that. Like, for example, a good example is someone like the Butcher Man. He is a butcher, and so everything about him is, Butcher Man centric, essentially. Who else is a good one? The Undertaker. He is the Undertaker, so everything about him is about death. About this man of the graveyard, that sort of a thing. So the more solid the concept, more solid and more specific the concept, the better. Face or heel, which one is beginner friendly? Again, as a new tradie, don't even think about this just yet. However, when you debut, you're almost more likely to debut as a face first, because the bad guy is the one that technically leads the show. The bad guy is technically usually the one that's the veteran. Usually, not always a hard and fast rule. But yeah, usually newer wrestlers will start off as a face first. Because believe it or not, folks, it's harder to be the good guy than the bad guy. All right. How and where can I get my entrance music and video? Depending on the promotions, you will it is the promotions themselves. They'll provide you the resource to create one. If you are able to find it yourself, that's great. If you have to make it yourself, even better. If not, you can come to us and we'll have a back and forth on how to do this. But this is not for every promotion, but for Malaysia Pro Wrestling and most of the other Southeast Asian promotions, it is a back and forth thing for sure. And for the video, that's something that we also assist with as well. Do you plan your own promo and storyline or someone else to write it for you? So it is a promotion, aka the bookers, that will do this for you. So usually you will be the ones that will lead your own character stuff, usually. But promos and storylines, that's the bookers. That's for the bookers to decide what kind of storyline they want to put you in. What storyline is best for you? What type of promos should you cut, actually? Because some people are good at talking, so they can let them have the microphone as much as they want. Some folks maybe have more of a physical charisma, so it's better. So they are better off. So they're better off maybe doing like a vignette or some sort of montage of them training, that sort of thing. Kyrina, if you can, please don't self-promote in me in my channel. It's actually part of my rules. If you read in the description, I really do appreciate you taking your time to update my gear. I really do appreciate it, but this is not the place for that. Sorry. I'm quite the stickler for rules. I'm a classic VTuber in that sense, because the internet is a lawless world. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's not like you're like committing a serious offense or anything like that. But I am very mindful of these things, as you can see. Okay, next up. If you are not living in Selangor, can you still join my PW? Absolutely. We actually have a surprising number of people who live out of state, actually, that comes to Selangor or KL. Our current training center is actually technically in KL, but it borders Selangor, actually. So it's it's pretty cool in that sense. Just you? No. Okay. She's my tailor. Calm down. We actually have someone who legitimately travels from Penang to KL on most weekends to train with us. Not to say every weekend, but this particular individual definitely tries. Where else? I believe we've had people who also travel from Perak as well, actually. How to train if not in Selangor? You come to Selangor. You come to our training center in Oval Damansara or in Subang Jaya if you're in APAC Wrestling. And you come to us, in whatever public transport you would prefer. I know that I'm very aware that a few folks from Penang have actually used the KTM to travel all the way to what's that big bus station again? Was it TBS? Something like that. And then use more public transport to come to our center in Oval Damansara. So yeah, don't let distance stop you. Because we've legitimately had people who travel from Malacca, from Penang. I am aware of someone actually that who is based in Johor, travels all the way to Singapore to train. Training Rapport Max, if I'm not wrong. There's a whole documentary about this particular individual as well. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. So yes, that means you do need to take a bit of time, dedicate a bit of your time, a bit of your expenses to make the commute to our center. In fact, we've actually have two Indonesians from Jakarta. They flew from Jakarta to train with us before. So obviously for them, they had to do like seminars. They come almost like for a training camp style regiment. So they will train with us. So they will train with us for like 4 days straight. And so it becomes a bit of a boot camp for them. So it is possible even if you live overseas, actually. So if folks from Jakarta can fly themselves down to train with us, then you can also make the commute, even if you live up in the north or south, How many times usually you need to come per week? So this really, really greatly depends. Even if you come once a week, that's actually fine as well. Some folks only have time to come to attend training for once per week, and that's actually totally fine, actually. I technically also train only once per week, and I assist in coaching on another session. Just because my body can only take training for once per week. Again, if you know my story, you know that I have a chronic pain and an old injury, unfortunately. Oh, hope that encourages you. Hope that gives you some perspective that you should not let distance be a barrier if you really, really want this. And I'll let you know right now, if you want to do wrestling training, you can't half-ass the shit. You can dip your toes into it and try. But if you really want to debut, you really have to really put in the effort. Okay. Do newbies get paid? No. No. In fact, we are lucky if we get a token, what I like to call a token sum. We are lucky if we get a token sum for shows, frankly speaking. If the show does very, very well, yes, a token sum, but not much, not much. We do this because we're passionate about it. There is a chance, maybe there's opportunities in the future. Maybe an opportunity to wrestle overseas. Maybe to wrestle for bigger promotions. Yes. So we just treat this work like a side thing. Sadly, yes. Sadly, yes. That's just the reality of it. We are not in the big four. We are not in UK, US, Mexico, and Japan. Only these 4 countries can you work as a full-time wrestler and earn this as a living. Everywhere else, good luck. As in, we still need to have a backup job? Absolutely. Absolutely. Why do you think I stream, guys? Why do you think I stream? Why do you think I stream? I have a very, very strong suspicions. No, actually, I've done this long enough that... No. What has earned me more? That's the thing. I'm kind of scared to even answer that. What has earned me more, streaming or wrestling? I'm kind of scared to even answer that. And that should give you some perspective as to how unlucrative this is. Like I said, you really have to want this. Oh, right, niche thing, eh? Yeah, absolutely. I dare say cosplaying can earn you a better living than wrestling, okay? Especially because cosplay is so much more well established in Malaysia now than pro wrestling. That's for damn sure. All right. Do anyone get paid, or is commission based on ticket? We do have a system in MyPW that incentivizes us wrestlers, us talents to sell tickets, but it's not like a giant sum. Again, token sum levels of sums. Yeah, you can sell your photos and merch. Yes, indeed. So I know some cosplayers can make some very, very good money from that. And then even beyond that as well. But for wrestlers, that's harder. That's harder. Even then. Can you apply to be a ref? You have to start as a pro wrestling trainee first. You come for training first. Then you may offer yourself to be a ref. Because even referees need to understand the fundamentals of professional wrestling. Okay. This is the one question. I am sorry, I cannot give you a proper answer because I feel that I am not in the right position to answer this. I am in the weird space where I am not part of management, but I do communicate a lot with my PW management, and I feel it is unfair for me to answer this question. Okay? Especially because of the, let's just say, socio-political environment of Malaysia. Maybe if I was in another country, I might give you a proper answer. I might give you a different answer, a more a nuanced answer. But for now, all I can say is, I'm sorry, I can't give you a proper answer with this. Apologies. I'm hungry for drama. Well, my PW going to focus on cutting on stage promos and storylines sometime in future. We are focused on cutting stage promos and storylines right now. Almost every event, we have someone grabbing the microphone, blah, 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 blah. Hell, that's what I was one of the two that properly grabbed the microphone in in the last show in Full Throttle. Hell, I cut a promo before my match even started, just to get things spicy a little bit. My good compatriot, the international hitman Kaizu, cut a fiery promo post-match. So yes, we're all about storylines and promos in the ring. Okay, moving on. Me looking at my collection of male cosplay photos. I mean, calm down, this you. Calm down. Oh my god. Goes yo. Yeah, this one. This you, it's you. Look, this you, it's you. It's you, it's you. It's you, look, it's you. How do you guys plan your skits? As in Undertaker Rise from the office skit. And everyone was gasping. We don't have skits. We don't have skits, we have situations. As in, like, you know, if I want to attack my opponent after the match, I'll attack him. If I want to do a fancy entrance, I'll plan a fancy entrance. So it really does depend. The easiest answer for me to give this is it all depends on the story. So it all depends. It all depends on what sort of like what objective are we trying to achieve? What are we trying to portray? And some things are really, really simple. Like I cannot tell you, I can't emphasize enough how important it is for a pro wrestling trainee to be able to get comfortable just being able to talk in front of a camera with nothing else. Sometimes it could be as stripped down as that. And so for something like the Undertaker rising from his coffin, like I think you're talking about. Are you referring to entrances? Are you referring to entrances specifically? Actually, like here's this guy with a steel chair. Okay. I mean, again, it depends. Like for example, if there's a moment that involves someone getting hit with a steel chair, it's because that moment in time warrants a guy grabbing a steel chair and whacking the other person with it. Really is as simple as that. So that means it's something like it's an Extreme Rules match. So expect foreign objects to be involved. You know, that sort of a thing. There should be a purpose behind it. I don't remember there was a time when people thought he was dead or something. To peel back the curtains a little bit, this was a time when people believed wrestling was quote unquote real. Quote unquote real. But remember, folks, I've said this before, and I don't think this is a hot take at all. Pro wrestling has more in common with lion dance and silat performances than silat and Chinese martial arts themselves. Like Kane's face reveal incident and he went bananas. They wanted a change of pace. He unmasked and he went cuckoo. I have a question. Do you choose your partner or you assign my company? I believe you are referring to opponent. I believe you are referring to our opponents. And that is by the booking. That is by the bookers of said company. So the bookers decide that. You know, it'll be kind of. I know for some reason Japanese wrestling promotions have this thing where they do sometimes after a match, like especially when they win a championship, they will actually handpick the opponent. It is typically someone of the same level and all that. But by the by, it will be the promotion's organizers that will book the matches. Because it'd be kind of weird if I choose an opponent, you know, and that is almost like a form of like nepotism or corruption or mismanagement that a wrestler is handpicking his opponents. What if I choose someone that's super new? I'm a champion. Wouldn't that mean that I would just like be winning again and again and again, but my opponents are all like quote unquote tomato cans, and I just like squash them? How about tag partner? This is a more interesting question. So this one, it can also be the organizer still. Sometimes they feel that, hey, I think these two folks can work well together. Let's put them together. It can also be. I do apologize. My nose is very like sniffly right now. One second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So, so for tag partner, sometimes it happens organically where the wrestlers themselves feel like, oh, we work well together. Why don't we tag? So that can happen organically. They realize, hey, we're friends, we've known each other forever, or yo, we seem to synergize well together. Maybe we don't wrestle the same together, but we coordinate with each other really, really well. Yeah, this could be a good recipe for greatness. That sort of a thing. So yeah. That answers that. Tauge Beans asks, why Tauge Beans? Very interesting. If you can pick one finisher in video game, what it will be? What it will be? I've already picked one from a video game. It's something from the WWE 2K series. I am very, very open with the fact that one of my finishers comes straight from the WWE 2K games. So if you're wondering what it is, it's something I have done not too often, just because the opportunity has never come up in my matches. I've done it at least twice. It is my straight jacket DDT. I grab my opponent's arms, like in a cross fashion. I stick their head underneath my armpit, and I DDT them, so they have no hands to break their fall. Head first. So I basically used the 2K series. Oh my god, I basically used the 2K series to search for a finishing move, because I needed something that I could sort of do to everyone, something that's unique, something that I can call my signature move, my signature finisher. And the straight jacket DT fitted my vibe like a glove. It's ugly, it's practical, I can do it to everyone. Could not ask for a better impact finisher, as I like to call it. I've got like, jeez, at this point I've got like so many submission moves, it's not even funny. But I need an impact move, and I did not want to go for like your all regular DDTs. There's too many DDT variations these days. But a straight jacket DDT, I know one other wrestler in North America does it. So it's a really, really rare move to do. So I'll take it. Thank you. I still remember you don't use D as your ult. You call it ult. I refuse to call my corner hitstand knee drop move the Nico knee. It is not the Nico D. It is the hitstand knee drop. Thank you. Okay? Oh my god. No. No, Nico D. No. Let's see. Silver, you ask, can you tell your company that you decide to break from your tag partner? You can. But there has to be a bit of a back and forth. There has to be like a legitimate reason why, you know? Like maybe he has to take a sabbatical. Maybe you've tagged for so long, but there's nothing that comes out of it. Might as well move on, you know? Maybe, but by the by, it's the promotion's call. Usually the promotion's call. Usually. So it really, really depends. It really, really depends. For my situation, I was betrayed. I was scorned. My so-called tag partner at the time, he scorned and betrayed me. So why the hell would I want to continue tagging with him and working with him and nurturing him? No. I am a man of dignity and character. Thank you very much. So yeah, straight jacket easy. G.I. Jimbo asks, what's the most painful thing you had while wrestling? Is it a body slam? Funny you should mention the body slam. It's not a body slam, but it can suck to take sometimes. Especially if somehow you got dropped on your tailbone. Oh, that will suck. That will suck so bad. That will suck so bad. Apologies, I don't know why I'm so sniffly. 1 second. Apologies. Okay. What is the most painful thing? Recent memory that comes to mind is the electric chair drop that Failure Raj gave to me. That stung pretty damn hard. What else stung? Oh, okay. Very early on in my wrestling career, I received a slap from a veteran pro wrestler that absolutely rocked me. I think I was actually concussed from that because I almost felt like I was knocked out from that, actually. So yes, slaps can hurt a B word, a capital B word for sure. Was that the most painful thing I've ever taken? No. Probably that slap. Yeah, probably that slap to this day. Even after 7 years, that probably was one of the roughest things I've ever taken. And I've taken some rough bumps as well. Okay, next up. Olin asks, have you ever gotten distracted doing a mid-match by a fan sign, costume, or anything from the audience? Let's see. I don't typically get distracted by the audience, actually, because I tend to focus a lot in the ring. I don't usually end up brawling, spitting myself onto the outside too often, actually. Usually I keep things within the ring. Again, I'm a technical wrestler after all. There was one time, however. This was in Bangkok, Thailand, because of course it was in Bangkok, Thailand. There was this one guy. So again, this was when I was like, when we were brawling on the outside, and some white dude, and of course it was a white dude. It was an old bald white retiree dude. offered me what was it again? A Smirnoff vodka glass bottle. And so yes, for those who aren't aware, yeah, I think my PW is actually legitimately one of the few what I like to call dry promotions in Southeast Asia. Everywhere else, you can bring in alcohol. It's crazy. It's crazy. Apparently, that's how SPW gets to earn a good bit of coin, actually. And I'm pretty sure that's also the case for Bangkok in setup. So yes, Smirnoff vodka. And I was like, what was it? I think he offered it to me. I was like, no, get away. And I turned around and I got slapped by I forgot his name. It was a big Thai dude. So yeah. And I think later on in the match, I ended up on the outside as well. Like again. And I was like kind of like feeling the adrenaline and getting really annoyed that this match is not going our way. I grabbed this Smirnoff vodka and took a huge swig. I don't know, just because I was feeling it. At first I was like, no, I'm busy. Don't bother me. Turned around and got slapped. And then I got tossed around even more. So I was like, screw it. Just glue, 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 glue. I didn't get drunk. So I guess that's the one of the few times where I actually got distracted. And it resulted in me getting slapped. So yeah, I'm almost glad in that sense that my PW is a dry promotion in that sense. Okay, next up. I'm going so fast. Maybe I should slow down a little bit. We're barely even reaching an hour, actually. So yeah, we can slow this down. Have a little chat. Question here. Are there any plans to hold MyPW events around Malaysia? Sadly, there is unfortunately a bit of a practical reason as to why we stick to KL. Why we are so focused in Kuash Theatre. Few reasons. One, logistics. By far, logistics. It is expensive to move a damn pro wrestling ring. It is the equivalent of moving a small house. It really, really is. It is a gigantic construct of steel, wood, foam, and cables. It weighs more than a ton. Especially now that we have reinforced ring post as well. Oh my god! I remember the days where I could legitimately carry one ring post completely on my own and be completely fine. Now, however, even for a big dude, no, two people. One second. Okay. All right. So yes, unfortunately, while it is a nice sentiment to have, it's really, really hard to pull this off. And also, here's another reason as well. And to any of those that have experience with like live shows and stuff, knows that licensing in Malaysia is so expensive. So expensive. So expensive. To get an annual performance license. And mind you, when you get this license, it is state specific. If you get one in KL, it is exclusively for KL. You cannot go willy-nilly. That's actually one of the difficult things about doing live shows in Malaysia, actually. So that means that there's a huge barrier of entry for, let's say, smaller promotions. And mind you, MyPW does count as a smallish promotion still to this day. It's almost like a bit of a barrier of entry for smaller performers to do this, actually. It's really, really hard. I almost wish they would change the ruling on this a little bit, make it more make it friendlier to do live shows. Maybe licensing could refer to all states as opposed to just legit one. So yes, that's one of the issues right there. It's so difficult. So this puts it in favor of the larger companies as a result. It's very hard, very hard. However, with that being said, there are ways around this. I'm not going to explain why, because it does relate to something that is in the coming future. That's all I'll say. I can't say much else. But so it's not like we don't want to. We get it. We really do. But at the same time, we have to sort of make sure that we don't bankrupt ourselves, you know? This is not something that you guys have to think about. It's something that us wrestlers, the MyPW organizers, and any other wrestling promotion has to really strongly and very carefully consider. Because the last thing we want is to do something grand and risky, and it doesn't even pay off at all. Like, okay, we perform in Negeri Sembilan, there's a few hundred people. Great. Do we even break even from that? Like we have to legitimately book a moving truck every single event. To move the ring. You know? So yeah, it's a lot of people do not realize how freaking expensive it is just to even put on a wrestling show. It's very expensive. That's why there's only 2 promotions in Malaysia, folks. That's why. So yes, come to us. Kuas Theatre is in a very central place. TTDI has an MRT. TTDI KL is in a very central location. I dare say it's actually quite easy to get to TTDI KL. So please come to us. Please come and support your local wrestling promotion. We need all the support we can get. Okay, next question. Where's my mouse? No, there we are. Your dream match. Oop, my bad. Your dream matches against past, present wrestlers. I got some spicy ones. Okay, I'll give 2 past and 2 present. One within the Southeast Asian wrestling region, and the other against anyone. So, if you're talking about a past wrestler from the global wrestling scene, man. Well, the thing is, the people that I actually, let me think. Who's a good one? No, that might be a bit much. No. Oh. Okay. Past wrestler that's globally known. Mankind. Can you imagine? Mankind versus Cornelius Lowe. I don't know how obvious this is, but I am inspired by Mankind. Hello, your fellow uptown low life against Mankind with that really sad, mysterious music, that creepy looking leather mask. Heck, even like later stage Mankind, where he had Mr. Socko, and he comes out to that friendly song and he goes bang bang. Even that version of Mankind is also great. Mr. Love against Mankind in Hell in a Cell. Let's just start with like a ye old regular singles match first, please. Please. A cell is not required to have a memorable match, okay? Hell, even a hardcore match is totally fine as well. It's totally fine. I'm okay. I'm pretty alright with hardcore matches. Hell in a Cell, take a cough up the money. Cough up that money. Cough up that money if you want to see that kind of money, yeah? If you want to see that kind of match. That's what I'll say. So yeah. I'm really inspired by Mankind, even if it doesn't seem like it. But I really, really am. So I think that would be a really memorable match. People do not realize how huge Mankind is. And I'm not talking about popularity, I'm talking about size. I think he's 6'3" or something like that. He just hunches a lot. He's a big dude. Okay, so if you're talking about... Okay, so that's global past wrestler who's already retired. What about within the region? Ooh, actually, I sort of realized that that's a bit tough, actually. Because a lot of folks that are within like the Southeast Asian region that's still active. That's still active. So a lot of them are still active, actually. I'll give one that's sort of a quasi example. Because he's still active, just, he's slowed down a lot. Tajiri. If Mankind asks you to throw him from top to the cell, will you do it? Yes. Hey, I'm doing the throwing. So, sure. Now, if it was the other way around, again, cough up that moolah, cough up that USD. I don't accept Malaysian ringgit in this context. Only USD. Euro is also acceptable. Nah. But yes, Tajiri. He's still technically active. Just, obviously he's a lot older now, but he's slowed down a good bit. But he's still such a freaking icon, man. Still such an icon. Okay, what about present, though? What about present? If you're talking about a global wrestler, someone right now, this might surprise some people. El Desperado from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Hell, sometimes from DGT as well. God, how many times has he wrestled in DGT this year alone? Sheesh. So if you're not familiar with him, just Google El Desperado Pro Wrestler. Take one look at him. Then look at me. Then look at him. Then look at me. Then look at him. There you go. Like, has one of the best looks in the game. Has one of the best aura in the game. Man, aura farms just by walking out from gorilla position. That's for damn sure. So I know he's not like the biggest, most well-known name, but man, he's good at what he does. So definitely El Desperado. So what about the Southeast Asian local scene? Present and within Southeast Asia. It's a decent number to pick on, actually. Fuck it. Let's give a spicy one. Let's give a spicy answer to this. The Nusantara Menace, Shaukat. He's currently wrestling mainly in APAC Wrestling. And August 31st, he's facing Jinder Mahal. Currently known as Raj Desi. He's formerly known as Jinder Mahal He's an independent wrestler now that goes by Raj Desi. So that's pretty darn cool. He's my first mentor in professional wrestling. Someone that I still hold in high regard. So yeah, him and I, if we throw down, it will be a match for the ages. Damn sure of that. Yeah. I wonder how many DMs I will get from asking that. I wonder. He will eat you? Mother. He doesn't even bite. You know who bites? This mother right here. I bite. I am the one that will eat him. I wasn't the one that will leave bite marks on his hands. Hell, I might be so inclined if I'm desperate enough to leave bite marks on his feet. I don't know how that will work. I'll just have to bite down hard then. Alright, next question. Will Cornelius be joining a group/stable in the future? Apologies, this is one that I did not realize is my second question that I cannot give a proper answer to. Moises Panameno, welcome to Cafe Cornelius. My name is Cornelius, a professional wrestler turned Butler VTuber. Welcome. If you're not aware, I am indeed an actual professional wrestler. I'm just asking some pro wrestling related questions. If you have one yourself, please feel free to drop it in the questions form, or if you want to, just ask it in the chat. Why the hell not? So this is my little calling card to prove that, hey, I do the wrestling as well. And yes, it's ridiculous what I've gone through. Yeah, next question. Macho. I think I know which Macho this is. I think. What is your telltale sign that a gimmick has overstayed its welcome? AKA Jericho and the Learning Tree. Ooh, good question. Sometimes this can be pretty hard to tell, actually. Because sometimes all you need to do is tweak said gimmick. You know, like it could still be the same gimmick. Just tweak it just a little bit. Like maybe instead of targeting the good guy, you target the bad guy instead. And that's all you need to freshen it up, so to speak. I'm someone that has used the Uptown Lowlife shtick since the very beginning. I have never wrestled a match without my mask before. Never. I don't intend to stop. And I think one of the reasons why I'm able to stay on as Cornelius Low with the Uptown Lowlife gimmick for so long is because it's something that's so specifically me. It's something that's so unique. It's such a unique look and such a unique concept that it's got staying power. That has the ability to evolve and change up. And tweaked in a way that it can be borderline evergreen. Borderline, you know? But how do you know if it's overstayed its welcome? Well, when it doesn't get a reaction. That's by far the main thing. Let's say if it's something that gets cheered initially, but then as time goes on by, and I do mean many months, years even, it gets booed. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does mean that the promotion needs to be able to switch up a little bit. That if they are still getting a reaction, albeit a negative one, change it up. Change up their status quo, change up their alignments, change up the storyline. Because it's still a reaction, just a negative one. Or even the other way around. It was something that's initially a negative reaction, you're booing. but then they eventually get cheered for whatever reason, doesn't mean that's a failed gimmick. Quite the opposite, of course. But a good telltale sign if no one reacts, if they are literally just hands under their butts, they're silent, no one gives a reaction. A good and a very extreme example is when Tetsuya Naito had his Stardust gimmick. So, to those who aren't aware, before Tetsuya Naito was the ungovernable one, before he began Los Ingobernables de Japón, he was the Stardust Genius, an incredible and charismatic high flyer that no one gave a damn about. No one gave a damn about. There's this very famous clip where he came out with, I can't recall if it was the New Japan Cup or the G1 Climax Cup. He came out with a trophy to his entrance, and there was not even a reaction to him. He was like touted as like the next Hiroshi Tanahashi, you know, something huge like that. But legitimately, the Japanese crowd at the time, there was no reaction to him at all. He came out to crickets. Crickets. Stardust Cody. You can make the argument that he was, because of how he was booked and how he was treated, he was definitely seen as not a big deal. That's for sure. That's for sure. I personally do think that there was still legs in that thing, in the Stardust gimmick. I know for a fact that a lot of like wrestlers actually do like the Stardust gimmick. I understand why Cody himself got tired of it and wants to move past it, because there was at a time where he really was like really not seen as an important part of the machine, not an important part of the WWE machine at all. So he got middling reaction as far as it goes. I actually personally really enjoyed the whole Stardust gimmick because I could see that he was going 110% into it. So I really respected it and I enjoyed it. It's just a pity that he wasn't really booked as anything significant at the time. Dash and Cody was better. He made it work. That's the thing with Cody. He made it work. For every gimmick that he was given or he came up with, he tried his best to make it work. So the Stardust thing, so you're able to, so yeah, I would argue that yes, even the Stardust gimmick, unfortunately, it has overstayed its welcome, not because of Cody's efforts, but because WWE wasn't putting in the effort for it. But that's another thing as well. Is when the promotion itself is not interested in putting in an effort to it. Yeah, simple as that. So sometimes it's really not the gimmick's fault, actually. It could actually be legitimately the promotion having no interest into ensuring that the gimmick is interesting in perpetuity as a result. Yeah. So there's a lot of nuance to this, indeed. I actually would make the argument that Jericho, yes, he kept getting boos and stuff, but he still kept things interesting. He still developed it, and eventually, to his credit, he left the whole learning tree thing and took a bit of a break. Actually, leaving behind Big Bill and Brian Keith to their own devices. So they were so I think he was aware that he was getting so just because it was getting boos doesn't mean that it was that it's overstayed its welcome, because you can absolutely, because pro wrestling is, I'm disconnected. Well, why am I disconnected? Am I back? I got disconnected for half a second there. Am I back now? Let me know. Let me ask. Am I back? Anyways, I'll just keep going. So, thank you for letting me know. You're good now. Thank you. So, yeah. So it's one thing if you are designed to be the villain. It's another if the audience deems you the villain. Oh man, if the audience deems you the villain, oh, you have to capitalize on that. You have to capitalize on that, baby. Oh, because that means you are organically a villain. Oh yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. And I'm kind of someone that has to sort of work at it, unfortunately, because for some bizarre reason, this has actually happened. I remember in the Rumble, when I came out in the Rumble, there were people cheering for me. I was like, why? All of you know I'm a scumbag. Treat me as a scumbag, damn it. And so what did I do as a result? I had to like sort of like be even nastier in that Rumble. Then people started to boo me. Then I could sort of like get them behind me, or to be specific, against me. Yeah. So there's a lot of nuance to this, indeed. There's a lot of nuance to this. Next up, Mr. King Beast asks, keeping it short, is wrestling scripted? It's believe it or not, it absolutely 100% is not a cop-out when I say yes and no. It really, really, really isn't. Really, really isn't. It truly is yes and no. Again, this is one of those moments where I'm peeling back the curtains a little bit. Wrestling can be scripted, but there's a lot of moments where it's not. It's not. It's not. Due to the whirlwind and unpredictable nature of pro wrestling, where we are putting our bodies on the line, where things can happen, where stuff can happen outside of your circumstances. And we actually experienced that in Full Throttle, actually, where something happened and we had to legitimately change an entire match as a result. It legitimately happened. And we had to respond to that. That was not entire match had to be changed up. And that is not part of the script at all. And that's the thing. It's our job to make sure you can't tell what is and what is not scripted. You know? The important thing is you're enjoying yourself. You are sucked into our world. That, for me, is far more important than if wrestling is quote unquote scripted. I would love to actually like dwell on this question a bit more, but then I'll be asking that. But honestly, I can go on forever about this. But I really do just want to leave it as that, especially for something as fundamental as this type of question. All right, next up, and finally, how dare you? How dare you? Cody is overrated. Ahas. Is it possible for someone who living outside Selangor to join my PW? Yes, I've already answered this. Do I need to move closer to your gym to train? It helps. It helps. It helps. That means you have to. There's less travel. That means you can attend more often. That means you don't have to travel so far. But still, there is someone who legitimately is based in Penang. Travels down, takes the Friday night train. Comes down to KL and trains with us on a Saturday morning. On most Saturday mornings when he's able to. So yes, absolutely possible. As I've said, do not let distance be your barrier to achieving your dreams. We had people who flew in from Jakarta to train with us. Okay, they had to go through a more of a boot camp system in order to absorb more, you know. they can only be here for a limited time, 4 days. So we'll maximize those 4 days. So yes, absolutely. Absolutely indeed. Yeah, that's all the questions, I think. Actually, let me switch screens now, just in case. Oh, good question there, actually, Sylvia. Will we get something like up, up, down, down, in the future? So to us, well, up, up, down, down is a YouTube channel ran by Xavier was aka Austin Creed, aka I recently found out that Austin Creed is also a worker name. Clever bastard, clever bastard. So up, up, down, down is a gaming channel actually, ran by Austin Creed. It can happen. In fact, in some ways, in my earlier when I first started this YouTube channel, I actually used to game a lot with some of my fellow wrestlers. You know, back in the pandemic era where we were all stuck at home. So I used to game a lot, like play Apex, Apex Legends with Miles Carew, played Minecraft with Jake DeLeon and all that jazz. Currently, they are more focused on the wrestling side, and it's just me because I truly am dedicated to this whole VTubing thing. You know, in spite of all that what happened with a certain company in the past couple of days. I want to see you beat Raj in Tekken. I'm not even sure if Raj plays Tekken. So again, this does depend if, you know, because not every wrestler is a gamer. A lot of us are, but not all of us are gamers. So it really, really does depend. So they have to make sure they have the games themselves. It would be kind of fun to organize a little collab featuring the wrestlers, actually. But that does mean that they have to be the sort that will be down for this sort of thing. Which could be kind of neat, actually, now that I think about it. I think it is sort of because I am a little gun shy talking about my VTubing activities with my fellow wrestlers, with certain exceptions, like obviously Miles and Jake DeLeon, Crystal. Some of these guys are very, very aware of what I do as a VTuber. But a lot of them are not that familiar with it. But look, it's not like I don't have some clout in my PW, so I might be able to organize something. Yeah. Yeah, why the hell not? I'm not, it's not like I'm a shy person. It's not like I don't have some influence. Do WWE 2K stream with other wrestlers. I should do that. I'm just waiting for next year. Because my god, 2K games are so damn expensive. The fact that you have to like almost like buy a new game every damn year is kind of annoying. You don't have to, but it almost feels like you need to. I guess that could be fun actually to play 2K games, WWE 2K games with fellow wrestlers. I should do that. I remember I had some technical issues with that, however. I'll just use Ref Ryan, who's actually one of my moderators. He's an actual referee turned pro wrestler from Singapore. I'll probably experiment with him again. He's always my guinea pig. He loves being my guinea pig. Right, Ryan? You're my guinea piggy. You're my guinea piggy wiggy, Ref Ryan. I adore Ref Ryan. Obviously. For those who are newer viewers, you will know that is like old hat knowledge. Old hat knowledge. Yeah. This was fun. Nice short little stream. Which is just as well. No. Do you guys have any other questions? You have any other questionnaires? If not, I'll probably just do a little rant on whatever comes to my mind right now and just free talk it. Let's free talk it. So if anything you want to ask me, doesn't have to be pro wrestling related, frankly speaking. Just ask away. Let me just refresh the question form just in case if there's anything new. Not really, actually. And that's perfectly fine. Let me just check This and that. Okay, we're good actually. Okay. Ah, gotta say. So I tweeted about this. Oh, besides Raj, Mr. Law's character, who will be your second hated wrestler in my PW? Oh, obviously, clearly enough, Failure Raj is my least favorite person currently in my PW. Second least favorite. Second least favorite. Hmm. Wait. Oh yeah. Mouse Carew is annoying. Mouse Carew is so much more annoying than you realize. Every chance he gets, he's like, haha, short. Haha, low. Haha, finger in my ear. Get away from me, Mouse! Brat. Absolute brat. Young brat. Cocky for no good reason. So yeah. He took away my championship. Okay, don't think I forgot about that. He took my championship. Your third? Why are you guys asking me what's with all this negativity? What's with all this negativity? Ask me who's my favorite wrestler in my PW, why don't you? Ask me who's my favorite wrestler in my PW, won't you? My third's probably... It's a toss-up between Love and Freedom. Toss-up between the members of Love and Freedom, which is the Love Warrior Shawal and Phoenix Rose. Those guys are so perky and so pink. It's infuriating. Any plans to use your riding crop on an actual horse? Stupid question. Or do horse girl? Less stupid question. I probably am not going to try out Umamu's Pretty Derby. I think. Actually, let me have a quick look. How chonky is that game? Usually these gacha games are really chonky. No. Riding crops on people. Okay? Do I look like I do equestrianism? Don't answer that. I probably do, but like the riding crop is definitely meant for fellow wrestlers. I do not hit the general public. I am a professional wrestler. Okay, I emphasize the professional in professional wrestling. What do you guys think I am? Some kind of low life? What is Hans? What is this nonsense you're typing? Okay, what is it again? Uma. Because Uma is horse. Okay. Let's see. Okay, free to play. And it is... Oh, actually, it's not that big a game, actually. Oh, wow. Okay, system requirements is actually not too bad. Even for available space, it's actually not too bad. I'm legitimately kind of surprised. I don't know. The game is free to play for now. I can see that. I don't know. I wanted to play, but I am scared of commitment. Why? They're just anime horse girls. You're not going to get attached to anime horse girls, surely. I don't know. I could give it a whirl, actually. We shall see. You shall see. I play Triple Z. Commitment is not a joke. You're committed to Triple Z? Really? Addiction is a thing too. I understand. I mean, like, put it this way. I think I'm pretty okay with this sort of thing. I mean, look, I used to like be very, very dedicated to Honkai Star Rail, right? Remember that? I had this whole period of time where all I played was Honkai Star Rail. And now I've dropped it completely just because I realized, I'm not a Honkai Star Rail stream. I'm not a Honkai Star Rail channel, for Pete's sakes. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it for sure. But it got to the point where like I'm sort of like disregarding my wrestling content, which is my whole freaking thing, for God's sakes. The whole freaking thing. So yeah. I'm pretty okay with gacha games in that sense. HSRSMS. You mean like back then or now? I think back when I played it, my one chief complaint is that doing the gameplay capture thing for OBS with it was such a bother. Yeah, you have to set things up in a very, very specific way, and if you don't, oh man, you can't capture the gameplay at all for OBS at all. It's such a bother. Do you watch Kinnikuman? No, but I should. I'm very well aware of what it is. I know that there has been there's a new anime for it too. I have not gotten into it just yet. I have watched all sorts of wrestling related media before. I watched Queen of Villains. That was pretty darn great. What else have I watched? I need to check out The Wrestler. How have I not checked out The Wrestler yet? Well, not The Wrestler. Not the one by Darren Aronofsky. The one. What's it called? The Iron Claw. Yeah. I watched The Iron Claw. I have not watched The Iron Claw, but I really should. I really, really should. Kinnikuman. Is it available on Netflix? I would like to think it is. It is. Okay. Oh wow, there's 2 seasons of it actually. That's actually pretty cool. I guess I could check it out. I mean, I should check it out. Big Ben Bash was epic finish. I know that it's a stylized wrestling show, which actually makes it pretty cool actually. Because in some ways, like if you're trying to do this normal anime, not normal wrestling for an anime show, I think that is kind of cool. But like, I mean, look, pro wrestling is already so anime centric, so anime coded as it is, and so crazy as it is, that if you want to do an anime wrestling show, you gotta take the extra mile. Don't forget to check the Uma Musume. Oh my god, really? Oh yeah, there is. I am aware there is. Like I like it is almost unavoidable to see some clips of that, of the anime, of the game clips, that sort of thing. Okay, I am very, very well aware that Ghost Ship is like a titan in the anime, and it's almost like a pity that in the game she's like the same model type with the others, maybe a little taller. But in the anime, oh, she's legit built like a wrestler. Like she does this one specific clip of her where she's legitimately like posing like Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson with muscles. So that was pretty cool. Okay, here's the thing though. I see that there is Uma Musume Cinderella Grey. Is that the original one actually? Is that the original one, or is there more to it than that? What is Uma Musume? Yeah, realistically, most of these Uma Musume I checked. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if there was a pro wrestling version of Uma Musume? So it'd be like Puroresu Musume. Cinderella Grey is an OVA about Ogre Cap. Yeah, but there's 13 episodes of this. There's 13 episodes of this. I thought OVAs were like 1 or 2 episodes. This is 13 episodes. That's pretty darn long. Wait, is it normal for OVAs to have 13 episodes these days? Because that's wild. I'm looking through my Netflix right now. Oh wow, there's 2 seasons of Spy Family. Apothecary Diaries, 2 seasons as well. I see. そうですね。そうですね。そうですね。You guys are giving me ideas. You guys are giving me ideas. Oh yeah, El Condor Pasa is like, oh dang it, you just had to hit me with that, huh? You just had to hit me with that, yeah, moderator, huh? No, oh shoot, no, okay, now yeah. Dang it, you just had to mention. I could have avoided. I could have just slipped away into the night and just give the excuse. Oh, it's not really wrestling related. I gotta focus on my wrestling stuff. Luchador, right there. Thanks. This you. Thanks. Okay, fine. I'll see what I can do. I guess like I said, them Umamusne clips are unavoidable, okay? Oh yeah, as I was saying, my tweet. So I recently tweeted. What did I tweet? I recently tweeted literally 2 days ago. I tweeted, if VTubing has skeletons in its closet, then pro wrestling has closets full of skeletons. This is a sentiment I've mentioned over the years and stand by to this day. That VTuber closet is starting to get really packed with bones, though. Why is VTubing speedrunning this? Why is VTubing speedrunning this in comparison to pro wrestling? Do you realize how damn difficult it is to compete with pro wrestling in terms of skeletons in its closet? Or rather, its closets full of skeletons? Man. It's kind of crazy how all that transpired and how quickly everything just came tumbling down. So for those who aren't chronically that, yeah, stuff happens. Yeah, I know. Are you talking about the Vince McMahon instance? Ha! No. Well, no. I'm talking about something related to VTubing, actually. I'm talking about the whole V-Shoujo thing, if you aren't aware. Basically, I believe they are indeed, well, until quite recently, V-Shoujo was North America's largest VTubing agency. Had, big names like Iron Mouse and Treya, list goes on. They had the biggest names. And in a matter of a few days, all of its members, including staff, including the talents, all left. All for like such crazy reasons. Oh my goodness me. Like, you guys can read up on the details if you want, but it's legitimately insane the sort of things that V-Shoujo has gotten away with for so long, and how quickly it's all tumbled down. How tragic too, in a way. The biggest agency in North American VTubing. A lot of people thought they were like the example of how you should run a company. Came crumbling down. A real pity. A lot of people looked up to the agency, actually. I know a lot of people are like talents first, and I get that sentiment. I absolutely do. But for a whole company to come crashing down just like that, I'm not even gonna cite what reasons there are. Everything is all hearsay right now. You wanna read or hear more about it, more properly hear it from the talents' mouths and your written statements. Go ahead. It's just such a pity. There's something that should have been going on. That's something that came off stable and thriving. The very, very opposite. Anywhere sama je. Always have stuff happens. VTubing, clean company, the supermarket I used to work, all stuff problems. I think it is partly because there was just so much unexpected exploitation and misappropriation. Especially because this was related to charity as well. That's the crazy thing. A lot of this was related to charity stuff, embezzlement. Remember, we are entertainers. This is an entertainment related thing, entertainment agencies. We're in the business of bringing joy. How the hell are we supposed to bring joy when we as entertainers are suffering in silence? That's partially why this is such big news. We as entertainers are meant to bring joy to the world, but we are suffering. So yeah, that's something that we, even me as a wrestler, we have to go through as well. I'm just pretty grateful that my PW is actually treating me pretty darn great. Actually, my PW management is very understanding of my crappy back, and they're very accommodating as a result. I still get opportunities. The fact that I have a storyline, I get a chance to do promos, do full-on matches within my scope. Be a part of story arcs. It's a testament to the trust they put in me, the effort that I put in, and the amount of trust that they put in me, and I have to reciprocate as well. I'm just sad I never got a chance to watch your matches. Just like how I mentioned if you are willing to, if you're someone that wants to train in my PW, don't let distance be a factor. I'm not saying you have to put in as much effort as a wrestling trainee. I am well aware that you don't live within my state. But look, you know the date for my next show. Hell, I even give you hints of future shows as well. Put in the schedule. Put it in your schedule. Prep for it. If you really want to. Hell, I'll help you. You're my moderator. I give perks to my moderators. So yes, if you're a moderator for me, you get perks. But that means I really pick and choose my moderators as a result. It's okay, you don't have to force yourself. You really, really don't. Okay, you really, really don't. We can talk this over privately. It's okay. You're such a sweet dear. I really do appreciate all that you do for me. And thank you so much for your time, Kyrina. Really, really do appreciate. Have a good one. Have a good work. Yeah, look at my pants. Look at my booty shorts. Yeah. Okay, I think we shall call it a day here, folks. I am poofed from today. All right, one last time, folks. One last time. If you haven't yet, I didn't get use my badge tonight though. Let me do the thwacking tonight, please. That's you. Ayo. Oh yeah, you are. You are my moderator. You are supposed to wield the bad hammer sometimes. Anyways, folks, if you can, please do come and attend my upcoming show, Causeway Jam 25. The whole concept of the show is Malaysia versus Singapore, where most of the matches are going to be Malaysian wrestlers versus Singaporean wrestlers. What a concept, eh? What a concept. 6th of September on a Saturday in the evening in Kuala Theatre, TTDI, Kuala Lumpur. Tickets are on sale now. Early bird promotions are in effect, and you may access the ticketing website via this QR code or by this website link that I just dropped here. There you go, folks. There you go. Hope to see you there in Kuala Theatre on 6th September. All right, folks. That's all from me tonight. If you can, like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel and my socials. Cafe Cornelius is now closing shop, but may Cafe Cornelius never close in your hearts. Have a lovely night, Mina. Have a lovely